This is your boy Banks C06, aka Chris Banks. That's me. Anyway, coming to you today to talk to you about a couple things. Please excuse me if my voice sounds hoarse. A little bit under the weather because the weather keeps changing now here in the ATL. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. Go ahead and read the questions to you first, so then that way you can kind of be thinking about them as I'm explaining my answers. First, question is, what are some factors that might affect growth in your industry? Discuss them and explain them. Factors can include size of the industry, industry trends, types of marketing strategies prevalent in the industry, economic factors that may impact the industry, and etc. Question number 2. What are some of the industry innovations, developments, and government regulations, if applicable, that may impact the future of your industry positively or negatively? Provide examples to help illustrate your points. And 3, are there any consumer trends, including demographic shifts, psychographic trends, etc., that could impact the outlook for your future? Discuss them and provide specific details to paint a clear picture. And last but not least, what does the competitive environment look like for your industry in the future? Are there any new competitors that may enter the market, or possible changes to current competitors that may impact the outlook for your future industry? Be sure to provide details and examples. Well, you heard the questions. I'm going to give you my answers and tell you how and what I think. Alright? So, we'll go ahead and jump into it. Question number 1. I said pretty much I do believe that the economy is a definite major factor within the music business. Why? Because people are not willing to pay what they were once willing to pay for albums. You know, you were willing to pay maybe $13 for an album. I remember seeing albums maybe even $16 for an album. People are no longer willing to pay $16, not even $13, maybe not even $11.88 at a particular store for an album, when you can go on iTunes and get the whole album for $9.99. So that's definitely a major thing. The economy is definitely affecting the way the business is growing. And I think that because consumers are not willing to buy music as far as CDs anymore, we're finding that record industries and the record labels aren't willing to invest as much into marketing and promo. They're not even willing to invest as much into the production on the album. Why? Because it's more that comes out on the front end of the label, and so I just think that with the way the industry, the business is changing, people not willing to buy CDs anymore. It's forcing record labels to do some things that they've never really had to do. They have to go ahead and try and cut costs, and a lot of those costs come from the beginning portion, especially dealing with the artists. It comes out in marketing, promotions, and even production. Question number 2. I think that one of the developments in the industry definitely is piracy. And according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, piracy is the unauthorized use of another person's production. And because music is readily available on the internet, and it's hard to kind of stop internet sharing or music sharing, what can you say? What else can you really say? I mean, you got classic website like Napster that provides the music for free. What do you do when you can't control the royalties coming off your music? The record labels aren't making any royalties off of your music, and neither are the artists. And I think that one of the weird things about that is, when you look at it, iTunes is kind of like Napster, where it gives you the ability to download the music without having to download the whole CD. However, you pay for the music, so it kind of has a balance of it. It's just not as prevalent. Paying for the actual single or that one song is not as prevalent as downloading just that one song. So I think that's a give take type situation. But I definitely think music sharing / piracy has had and is having its effect on the record industry. Question number 3. Um, my answer to that is yet again music sharing. I think that music sharing it affects the business right now in a large fashion because right now in today's age we use the internet so much, and because of this, customers are spending less and less money on buying music. And I mean, with people not purchasing the music that they once did, record labels aren't able to give out the deals that they once were. Um, if I'm just the person sitting behind the desk, I can't offer you as much money on the upfront end if we aren't making that money. So I think that all kind of has a domino effect, and not only that, but I think it creates other issues too, because those are deals that are not favorable for the artist. And last but not least, I think one of the main competitors coming up in the record label right now are the independent labels. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think that with independent record labels now emerging with the technology, is making it more and more feasible for independent record labels to make their stamp, put their stamp on it, because it's almost a very, very equal playing field. So why not? Some of the same outlets as far as getting music out, the independent record labels have, as the same way that the major record labels have. So why wouldn't I try and push the music out? Uh, I think and I believe that it would be easier for artists to enter the business via independent record labels, major record labels in the future. I think that one of the things that we're going to find is just kind of an increase in the artists, and hopefully an increase in the talent. Um, this is my discussion question. Once again, my name is Chris Banks. You can follow me on Twitter. That's www.twitter.com/banksc06. I look forward to hearing from y'all. Y'all at me, man. I get back to you. I get back to you. Hey, y'all take care. Be safe. Peace.